We're going to come out with that business attitude, and our focus is going to remain the same.
The step back three-pointer is up. Here's McCollum. This will tie it, and it is good.
We talked about me getting traded. Talked about, how we can't win together, all that stuff. We remember it, and we understand that feeling of going home early.
3-1 in this series, headed back to Portland for Game 5. Shot clock at 2, and McCollum hits again.
I'm so happy the Blazers won, and they're coming back to Portland, and they're going to beat OKC.
Rip City ready for victory. Tonight, the Portland Trail Blazers will have a chance to finish off the Oklahoma City Thunder for their first playoff series win in 3 years.
The fans sure are excited, and so are we. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are live outside the Moda Center tonight, where the tip-off for Game 5 about 2.5 hours away. And we have full team coverage for you, including Art Edwards, who's hanging out with fans.
But first, let's send it inside the Moda Center with our Orlando Sanchez. How you doing, sir?
What is good? Just like you guys mentioned, it's the calm before the storm. There's just something different in the air when it comes to games like this. It is closing time for the Blazers, a chance to knock out the Thunder and advance to the second round of the playoffs for the very first time since 2016. And I want you to take a look around me. They have a whiteout going on at the Moda Center right now. Everyone who comes into the building will get one of these white shirts. The energy, just different, as I mentioned, as they get ready to take on the Thunder. We've talked so much about the chippiness, the taunting that goes on between these two teams, but it was all business last game as Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum sent a message out in Oklahoma City to steal one on the road, something they had not done in a couple of years. That sets the table for tonight. The goal, not to get caught up in all the trash talk, not to let Russell Westbrook and the Thunder get under their skin, to go out and continue that game plan, because it has worked up to this point, up 3-1 in the series. The Blazers talked about that, being able to remain cool, calm, and collected during this stressful time. Here's what they had to say.
We didn't really engage in it because our focus was our team. We said, like I told you guys, we're not going to come out here and go crazy on the referees. We're not going to go out here and get in these shouting matches.
Multiple times we had discussions about not saying anything to anyone. If they don't have a black or gray jersey on, don't talk to them. Talk to our team only. Don't talk to the refs. Don't talk to the other team. Execute our game plan, and let's get out of here with a win.
And the Blazers have been just such a better team at home. They've been one of the best home teams in the Western Conference. They shoot at a higher clip. Dame and CJ have had some of their very best games of the season here in this building. This is closing time. The Blazers do not want to extend this series out beyond tonight. They can also get some rest as they prepare for another series that could lie ahead. But first things first, they've got to take care of business tonight. 7:30 inside this building. Much more to come at 6 o'clock courtside. We'll hear from our very own John Canzano as well. Back to you.
All right, sounds good. So the Blazers keeping their emotions in check. The fans, not so much. It's been an emotional journey for them. Keeping it going, wanting to get into the playoffs, losing Yusuf Nurkic right at a pivotal time when they were thinking this is going to be the push. It's been a ride.
The fans rallied. The fans have rallied. The team's so impressive, and so is the sixth man. The sixth person is going to be so important, and the fans are starting to arrive. And let's check in with Art Edwards, who's been catching up with those fans. Art?
Oh, that's right. The fans don't have to keep their emotions in check at all. They are getting really fired up for this, and it is starting to heat up out here outside of the Moda Center, because it's really kind of like a big party. The music is playing out here. It really is going to be a lot of fun out here today at the Moda Center. The fans, well, they can take pictures, they can play games, they can just get out here, have a good time before the game gets going. It is going to be wild in Rip City tonight. The sixth man ready to take it to another level.
Let's go Rip City. Yep, I hope the Blazers win tonight. I think they will.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited as well.
This is his first Blazer game, so.
Oh, what a great game to go to. What do you think it's going to be like in there, and what do you think is going to happen with this game?
I think the Blazers are probably going to win tonight.
Hey, pretty much everybody figures that. We have our folks on stilts, the tallest of the Blazers fans, even taller than any of the players. You can see that it is beginning to get crowded out here. We got the music going in the background. It is going to be something else out here tonight. You know, the fans here in Rip City, they just go crazy over the Blazers. And when you put that together with a game where they could clinch a victory in a first-round playoff matchup, well, I tell you what, they're going to be ready to go, and it's going to be wild. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Art.
Good, yeah.
It's been fun here. It's going to be fun here. It's been fun on social media, too. We want to show you some of the posts that we have seen. This is Nico and Gus. They're decked out in their Blazers gear to bark the team to victory.
I want to show you another fan, got the jersey ready to go. They even say they dug up an old Blazers hat for the game tonight.
Junior Miller posted this, showing all smiles from these two boys, and hopefully the team will give them plenty of reasons to keep smiling at the end of the game. We're all hoping so.
And I love to see the Blazers getting this shout out from the Oregon State Beavers, wishing Dame and the team good luck tonight.
And did you know this is a thing on social media right now? Apparently there's a Rock the Fur Baby challenge, which references the trash-talking Russell Westbrook sent toward Damian Lillard. Thanks everybody for those wonderful posts. It's been a lot of fun.
Keep sending them. We want to see them, and we'll keep putting them on air as the evening continues. But, you know, as this evening continues, a lot more to talk about with all of this Blazers coverage. We're going to have an interview coming up a little later with Amanda Mann. She is the general manager of the entire Rose Quarter, everything that's going on down here tonight. We're going to talk to her about what tonight's game means, all the excitement around it, and what it's like to be the first woman in Blazers history to hold that position.
A lot of planning goes into everything that goes on here, and we'll be talking to her. And at 6 o'clock, we'll have an interview with the president and CEO of the Blazers, Chris McGowan. I caught up with Chris McGowan on Straight Talk right after that injury of Yusuf Nurkic that people were just so traumatized about, and asked him about the playoffs and about the fans. And he talked about how wonderful the fan support has been. Let's listen.
It always surprises you in the moment, but it shouldn't, because, you know, we have amazing fans that, like you said, are super connected with, you know, everything we do as an organization. Our fans love our players, and our players love our fans back. So it's just, you know, I've been in sports 25 years, and it's the best relationship between fans and team that I've ever been a part of.
And it is one of the most advantageous home courts in all of NBA. So you know the fans are going to be a big factor tonight.
Hey, playing at home really matters. Maybe none more than tonight. This is the big one. They win tonight, the series is over, and they start thinking about who they're going to be playing next. But let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. We still have some basketball to play. In the meantime, we're going to send it back into the studio. Chris and Kathy, we got the hip-hop music playing behind us here. We should maybe talk to our boss, see if we can get that back in the studio. I like the ambiance.
I know, it does seem nice.
That's why they're wearing the hip headphones, by the way, to keep the noise out. All right, we'll check back with you guys in a bit. And right now, we want to take a look at some of the other stories making headlines today.
The Oregon House has passed a bill to ban styrofoam takeout containers at restaurants. That same bill actually failed in a vote yesterday, but they brought it back for reconsideration. Opponents said if styrofoam containers are banned, restaurants will just replace them with something even more harmful to the environment. That bill now heads to the state Senate.
The Amber Alert has been canceled, but a standoff is still going surrounding a Spokane Valley boy. Earlier today, police sent out that Amber Alert in Washington, Oregon, and Idaho that were looking for 41-year-old Justin Robertson and his son, 5-year-old Ethan. Robertson is accused of stabbing his estranged wife, who is Ethan's mother, and abducting Ethan. Police say Robertson is talking with negotiators from inside a home in St. John, Washington, south of Spokane. Police say he has released Ethan and that the boy is safe, not hurt. Ethan's mother is expected to survive her stabbing injuries.
Fallen Cowlitz County Deputy Justin DeRozier will be honored at a service at the University of Portland tomorrow afternoon. Thousands expected to attend, as many want to honor the fallen deputy and support his family. Law enforcement agencies from across the country will also be there to stand alongside the Cowlitz County Sheriff's Office. Even with all the support, though, there is no doubt tomorrow will be another tough day as Deputy DeRozier is laid to rest.
Wednesday's, obviously going to be a time of sharing and really coming together as a family. We just have to, after the, all the cameras go away and all the flowers, and I'll just remember to watch out for people and move forward.
A huge procession with at least 150 patrol cars will escort the family to the service. Again, it's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The Child Center at the University of Portland. There will also be a live feed shown at the New Life Church in Longview if you can't make it there.
Washington Governor Jay Inslee signed a bill today aiming to eliminate a backlog of more than 10,000 rape kits. Take a look at this DNA lab in Vancouver. It's one of the biggest that's focused on sexual assault in the state, but they still face a backlog of more than 2,500 kits. Through funding from the bill, they plan to add 6 to 8 staff members to a new lab, which will speed up the process without hampering quality of the work.
Right now, the backlog is this kind of big cloud over our heads. We can only work as fast as we're working, and we can't physically go much faster than that without some new help from resources, from equipment, from new personnel.
Oregon was able to clear all of its roughly 5,000 untested rape kits last fall with state and federal funding. That led to convictions of crimes dating back years, even decades. Washington scientists hope they'll be able to do the same. Well, coming up here, disappearing haystack rock.
The Oregon coast icon slowly eroding away. It's a process that'll take thousands of years. But that's also causing a problem you won't have to wait that long to see. We'll show you still ahead at 5.
And the clouds are also slowly eroding away, but it won't take 3,000 years. It'll just take a few hours, and we'll end up with a lot of sunshine tomorrow. It is 62 right now. Will be warmer tomorrow and even warmer still on Thursday.
Later on NBC Nightly News at 5:30, the new tactic to take on the opioid crisis. For the first time, one of the country's largest drug companies and its former CEO face charges.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Portland Trail Blazers as they prepare to host Oklahoma City for Game 5 of the playoffs.
And we have a special guest with us. We want to welcome Amanda Mann, who is the general manager of the entire Rose Quarter, including the Moda Center and the Coliseum, Memorial Coliseum. She is the first woman to have that role in the Blazers' 49 years, one of only 5 in the entire NBA.
Thanks for being with us. You didn't have anything else going on, did you?
Oh, no.
Yeah, right.
It's a quiet night.
I want to read a little bit of your resume. This is from the website, the stuff that you do here.
Yeah.
You do booking, ticket operations, guest experience, security, event facilities, everything everything but play, basically.
That's right. I don't have that skill set.
Tell me about planning a night like this.
Yeah, we've had about 20 to 30 people in our organization that have been meeting for a few months now, gearing up for tonight and the past week of events that you see going on out here. And, and then we quickly scramble if we luckily advance to the next round.
That's got to be an important part of it because you never know what's going to happen.
That's right.
How exciting is it? How would you describe the excitement today?
The energy is so high. It's amazing to feel both internally and externally with our fans. I mean, you can hear it with the music just pumping and everybody's walking around with a smile. We're all ready to get it done.
So the first woman to have this role in 49 years. We hired you away. The Blazers hired you away from Houston, the Houston Rockets in 2015. Why is it so rare for a woman to have this role?
You know, it's a lot of long hours, nights, weekends, holidays, and I'm not sure that a lot of young women aspire to have a work life like that. But, you know, myself and a few of my colleagues, we got there and we've been very successful at it, and we're trying to show all the other young women out there that it's something that you can do. We like to call it a work-life harmony. We don't necessarily believe in balance in this business, but we find that we can find harmony, we can have families, and we can still do the job that we love.
I like that, the harmony. Tell us about how tough it is to run an operation of this size.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of organization, a lot of detail-orientedness, and but a lot of teamwork and a lot of people on the same page looking for a common goal. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about having passion for what we do and presenting fun to our fans, and that's what makes it worth it at the end of the day.
You have to be an interesting fan, though, because every time the Blazers win, you just have more work to do.
That's right. That's okay, though. I mean, that's what we want.
Well, I hope you stay busy for a while. Amanda Mann, General Manager of the Rose Quarter. Everything you will see down here, she played a part in planning. So thank you so much for throwing a great party for
Go Blazers.
Yeah, go Blazers.
Thank you for joining us. We're going to toss it back to Kathy, Chris, and Matt. And Matt, you were right. The weather is holding up for us.
Yeah, it should be great evening as people are heading into the Moda Center like that. Always fun to hang outside with the fountains and the flames and all that.
They do everything about going to the Blazer.
Yeah.
If you've been, you know, they do such a nice job.
Especially a night like tonight when the energy is just peaked.
The energy is here.
Yeah, it sounds like we're going to get better weather-wise as well. We'll be celebrating a victory tomorrow and the sunshine.
You know, if the Blazers win tonight, nobody's going to care what the weather's like when they leave the Moda Center tonight. It's like, whatever,
but
man.
Tomorrow they will.
No, they won't. They'll be hungover.
They might be taking a day off. Just nurse the hangover.
Okay, well, with that in mind, as you are nursing your hangover, hopefully, after a Blazer win, here's the forecast for tomorrow morning. It'll be 43 degrees at 7 a.m. and partly cloudy. Then the clouds clear. And by later in the afternoon, it's just mainly sunny and about 68. Sunrise at 6:10, so make sure you close the shades if you need to, sleep in beyond that point. All right, let's take a look out of the coast right now. There's Newport hanging in with the clouds, 52, and northwest winds at 13 miles an hour. So a little bit chilly on the Oregon coast. We still have the clouds streaming in with this weather system. There's a fairly good westerly flow aloft right now, and that's been creating these cloud formations east of the Cascades. You can even see them on the wide view here. See that? Those are mountain wave clouds forming downstream of the Cascades as the wind flows perpendicular to the range, and the air gets lifted by the mountains itself and causes the condensation to make those clouds form downwind. So there's a little bit closer view, and you can see them there as well. All right, here's Futurecast. Now, yeah, there may be a few sprinkles in the Cascades tonight. I think that's even overblown. As we go into tomorrow morning, some low clouds hugging the Cascade foothills and the Cascades themselves, but much of the valley will be generally clear even in the morning, and everybody clears off as we go through the day tomorrow. So it'll be a really good-looking Wednesday and even warmer on Thursday as we pick up perhaps a little bit of offshore flow. Now, we may see some high clouds come in late Thursday, but for the most part, we're looking at great weather right on through the rest of the week, and I don't see any signs of rain coming our way until Saturday or so. 66 was our high today. That's above average by about 3. 68 in Hillsborough. Troutdale was 65. We had 70 in Pendleton, 80 in Medford, and 75 down in Brookings. And there's a look at our fair city looking to the south and east, and the clouds still hanging in, but they are beginning to break up. It's 62 in the freezing level, 94 feet. On the Oregon coast, good day tomorrow. Becoming mostly sunny as the day wears on. We'll call it partly sunny on average. Highs around 60 and north winds will get a little bit brisk up to about 25 miles an hour late in the day. In the valleys, real good looking day, becoming sunny. Highs will be in the mid 60s. Lows will be down around 40 degrees. In the Cascades, also really nice, becoming mostly sunny. It's back to spring skiing. The freezing level climbing to 9,000 feet. In Govey, you hit 60 tomorrow. Timberline, of course, quite a bit cooler, but still warm for 6,000 feet. Mostly sunny in central and eastern Oregon, 66 Pendleton, 65 LeGrand. And over in the gorge, we have west winds, but they won't be that strong, up to about 25 miles an hour. 71 in the Dalles, and near that, at Cascade Locks and Hood River, about 69. Partial clearing tonight, sunshine tomorrow in Portland. Really good looking day for you. A little bit colder tonight compared to last night because it was cloudy last night. Tonight, the air's a little drier. We're getting some breaks. 68 tomorrow, 73 on Thursday, mid 60s on Friday. Showers on Saturday, but that's the only day that I'm worried about showers because Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we go back to partly sunny weather. Really good for late April and spring like this. And that is the end of April, by the way. Next Tuesday is the last day of the month. Kind of has gone quickly, it seems.
Yeah, it has gone. We'll turn the corner, though. We'll take that sunshine.
You bet.
Thanks. Coming up, erosion as haystack rock.
But there's not much, apparently, we can do about it. And not just because of the power of the ocean, why the law is also an obstacle.
Well, it attracts people from all over the world to the Oregon coast. While erosion is natural, it's taking chunks out of the iconic haystack rock in Cannon Beach.
Over the past year, experts say it's been happening at a rapid rate. KGW's Morgan Romero live in Cannon Beach with a look at what's going on. Morgan?
Kathy and Chris, and for all of you who've been here before, you know the face of this landmark. It looks different than it did 2 years ago, even just a year ago. Geologists estimate it'll erode away completely in about 3,000 years.
That's erosion. That's all natural processes that we can't do anything about. Why are we concerned that it's going to be gone in 3,000 years when we need to be concerned about the here and now?
Lisa Habeker with the Haystack Rock Awareness Program says we should all be good stewards right now. In the 17 years she's been here, she says she hasn't seen erosion so rapid, chunks of rock so large, or waves so mighty as she has the past 2 years. Last year, boulders about 3 feet wide and 3 feet tall came crashing down. Habecker says one chunk the size of a pickup truck came off the face of the sea stack.
It's sad to see that that's happening to it. I can definitely see it when I look at it. I didn't realize that was erosion, though.
It's what happens. It's part of nature. The waves come and it just wears it down.
As the rock changes before her eyes and chunks fall off, Habecker is concerned about people's safety and the nesting seabirds. Those worries are in the back of her mind every day. Volunteers and staff rope off areas temporarily on a case-by-case basis to protect the invertebrates and seabirds. Haystack Rock is federally and state protected. Multiple government agencies manage the sea stack surrounding marine gardens and animals who live there. An Oregon Fish and Wildlife Refuge manager says they promote natural processes like erosion. He tells me they haven't measured the rate of erosion here at Haystack Rock, but they're planning to this year. The KGW News at 5 will be right back after this break.
The anticipation is building here. That'll do it for us here at 5 o'clock at the Moda Center. But tip-off for Game 5 is just 2 hours away.
We're going to see you back here at 6 o'clock for more Blazers coverage. But as we end the show, we want to leave you with some of our favorite highlights so far from round 1.
Lillard again, long distance. That's a three. Lillard's three. I don't know how you guard out for 30 feet. Lillard. That's good. Damian Lillard from way downtown. Well, Portland goes up by 8. It is down to 3. Portland a chance to tie or get within 1. Here's McCollum. This will tie it. And it is good. C.J. McCollum at the end of the half. Season. Can't leave him that open. Now a steal by Lillard. He's setting up for another 3. And it's down. Back-to-back strikes by Seth Curry. A game coming up. With Felton on with crossover. Step back. Three-pointer is up.